In search of sanity. Hello, thanks for once again allowing LilyBell to take you beneath the crust, where I talk about what you're afraid to think about. I'm so glad you're back. Great for rising. You need to act like a lady. You're no lady has been said to many females. I've been told on several occasions that I was a lady, or a true lady. I heard so many different views on what a lady is or isn't until I decided to go in search of sanity on what is a lady. The dictionary definition of lady is a woman of superior social position, especially one of noble birth. A woman of refinement and gentle manners. Generally, it involves qualities like courtesy, respect, elegance, and a sense of self-respect. Those are some of the dictionary definitions of a lady. You know, as a young child growing up, there were only them people on TV. I'd hear about how them women were such ladies, genteel ladies, as a matter of fact. Later in life, when I did research for a paper on brothels, I found out that many of these genteel ladies not only owned brothels, but were active participants in their brothels. Is that what a lady is? A brothel owner? As a teen, I continued to hear about how virtuous and ladylike them girls were, them women and the girls. When black teen girls would do certain things with black teen boys, they'd say they were going to go to them girls because them girls would do anything the black teen boy wanted him to do or wanted to do to them. In fact, the black men would often refer to them girls as a man's lowest desire. Is this what a lady is? I heard that nuns were ladies. In fact, nuns were often held up to us as a virtue we should aspire to obtain. I later learned that nuns were aborting babies and sexually. Now I'm using sex because you know how this censorship stuff is. So I'm using sex, but you know what I mean. I later learned that nuns were aborting babies and sexually abusing girls. Is that what a lady is? Someone who aborts babies and abuses girls? A lady doesn't enjoy sex. I've heard that said more than once. Interestingly enough, from what I heard, even if the man was the lady's husband, was the woman's own husband, a female who enjoyed sex with a man wasn't a lady. Let me say right here and right now, I'm proud to say I'm no lady. Fashion has been used as an indication of who is and isn't a lady. If a female wears shorts above her knees, she isn't a lady. If a female wears a skirt or dress above her calves, she isn't a lady. A female who wears pants isn't a lady. These and many other fashion foxhole, however you see it, have been used as an indication of what is or isn't a lady. But you know, many of the most sanctified dressed women in the community were often the most immoral women in the community. I'm using the term immoral based on the definition of what the community says moral is, because those of you who know me know that I don't put my views and ideas on nobody else. But I'm only using immoral because of the fact that I'm talking about what people are saying what is or isn't a lady. That's why I'm using the term immoral. But but the funny thing though is whatever the person who's defining a lady is or won't isn't ever what a lady is or isn't. And that's something, it's interesting. But then that's a whole nother podcast. Now, God made a woman. That's what the scriptures say. God made a woman. Genesis 2:21-24 talks about how God made Adam fall asleep and formed a woman from the rib of Adam. You know, the word lady is actually only mentioned twice in the Bible, and that's both times in 2 John. But you can see over, 360 times the Bible talks about the woman God created. God made a woman. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. Support our youth. Reach out to the young brother who dropped the beats. Spacemanfalcon at gmail.com. Support our youth in any way you can. Keep on churning till the butter comes. Albert Richardson, a black man, patent the butter churn U.S. patent number 446470, February 17th, 1891. I'm LilyBell. I'm just trying to create a dialogue. I leave you with this. If they close my book, you remember my story. You tried to tell us what is and isn't a lady. Why did you do it? A Nat Turner Runner production. Lock and load. LilyBell. Be encouraged.